Hi everybody, this is Osprey from MyChartCoach.com. And in this video, we're going to take a look at some more of the stocks in play. Okay, so these are, some of these stocks are just setting up. So these aren't all like the giant percentage gainers. And so, yeah, just some more to take a look at, to keep an eye on for tomorrow. Let's look at ZN. Okay, so it did close above high close horizontal resistance today. That close above the March high close is signaling more upside potential. It needs to break this July high close at 525. If it can get above that, the $6 level is on deck. So this is a good move for Z, and it has a nice uptrend going. It just needs to stay above 465, hold that EMA4 at 466 level, and that 525 level will be on deck. Okay, GERN, very nice uptrend here. It is getting frothy on RSI at 86, Fasto at 86. It has this nice uptrend going. Look at all those green volume bars in a row. It has 5 white candles in a row. Now the red flag is the gap up open today. There is an unfilled gap between high of day yesterday and low of day today. If the candles work into the band, you could see that EMA4 tested at 318 and that gap fill. As long as the EMA4 is holding, the uptrend is strong and the signals to keep riding. If there's a close below EMA4, that's a signal that it could be cooling down, and you could see EMA8 at 297 tested. Notice the big volume spike today and the pullback from high of day. This could be a little profit taking. I would keep an eye on that gap getting filled. Okay, look at SGRP. Okay, so this made a bullish move today. It closed above high close horizontal resistance, the closing price on the 29th of January. That was a really nice close. You want to see that 180 level turn into support. And then you have the January high close here from January 12th. If it can get above this $2 level, close above and turn into support, then it could head higher. As long as the EMA4 at 164 is holding, the uptrend is strong. A close below would signal that it's cooling down, and then you could see a possible drop down to that 50-day simple moving average at 140 to test. Okay, so above $2 would signal it wants to break out higher. Now keep an eye on the China microcap penny stocks. They are heating up right now. So take a look at CCIH. It closed up 8% today. You want to see RSI above 50. Fasto got above 50, and so yeah, it has really tight Bollinger Bands right now. This is the upper Bollinger Band, this is the lower Bollinger Band, and so right now there was a close above the middle Bollinger Band today. That's the dotted purple line. It hit that level on the 26th, but really the last close above was back here on the 23rd of January. So this is a bullish change in trend. If it can get above the blue and gold lines, that's the 300 and 100-day simple moving averages, it could get moving. So above 150 would be bullish, and then we'd be looking for a run to that 50-day simple moving average at 175. If it drops below the 200-day simple moving average, which is the bottom of this sideways channel, then that would signal downside risk. A break above that blue line, the 300-day simple moving average, would be a signal that it's breaking out of the channel. And then what you'd want to see is a break above the high close resistance, and then that would be a break above this line that we just showed, and then above this candle right here would signal a breakout higher. Okay, CREG, another China stock that's heating up. If you look down here, it's bouncing off the bottom, and so like the last stock, this closed the last time above the middle Bollinger Band back here in January, and so all these candles are below the dotted purple line. So if you see a close above 195, that dotted purple line, that will be a bullish change in trend, and if it turns into support, it could run up to this 50 and 100-day simple moving averages. Keep in mind, it will be a risk to hold if it is forming candles below the middle Bollinger Band. These China plays are only a good play if they close above the middle Bollinger Band, and then they have to turn that level into support. That level will be the stop loss level. Notice it is bouncing off the 200 and 300-day simple moving averages. A drop below 180 would be a red flag. Okay, look at CHNR, closed up nearly 6% today, RSI at 53. Yeah, this chart is trying to heat up as well. Notice how the sector is all moving together. This is actually above the middle Bollinger Band. It closed above that level on Monday or Tuesday with this candle here, and then today it closed above the 200 and 300-day simple moving averages. That's what we're looking for here, here above the middle Bollinger Band, and for here we're looking for above the blue line. Well, CHNR has closed above those levels, so as long as it can stay above 230, then it could push up here to the 50 and 100-day simple moving averages, that 250 to 260 resistance zone. Though that is the next target. A close above that 50-day simple moving average at 259 would be very bullish. Okay, take a look at XXII. This is in the marijuana sector. Yeah, so keep an eye on it. It's trying to turn this middle Bollinger Band into support. It closed above that level last week. That signaled it was heating up. You know, it had dropped below that the middle Bollinger Band on the 29th of January and started this downtrend. And then last week on the 8th, it closed above, signaling it was trying to heat up. Well, now it's trying to get back above. If you see it above 272, that's the 100-day simple moving average, it would signal it's back in play. It's trying to hold support here and get a new uptrend going, and then the next key level to break will be the 50-day simple moving average at 303. Okay, take a look at JAGX. This had a nice run. You know, it had that big parabolic move. It hit the 200-day simple moving average and pulled back. Well, today it formed a doji. Okay, and so this is a nice reversal pattern, bullish doji star or a bullish Harami cross reversal pattern. Bottom line is it has to get above the EMA4 at 0.223. Above the pink line would put it back in play, and then you'd be looking for a possible run back up to that 200-day simple moving average if it got above this 26 resistance zone. If it drops below the line that's holding, that's EMA 8 at 21.5, then if that broke, then you'd have EMA 13 at 20 on deck. Okay, keep an eye on SINO. We've been talking about dries and tops lately. Well, SINO had a big gap down. Notice there's a space between low of day on this candle and high of day on this candle. That's a big gap. Well, today it bounced after this dead cat, what we call it. This is a dead cat bounce, and so the candles are working back into the Bollinger Bands after trading below the lower Bollinger Band. Lower Bollinger Band is that dark purple line, and so EMA 4 at 121 is the key level to break. It could work up to that level. Now notice EMA 4 has been major resistance during this downtrend. It's likely to remain resistance. If it breaks above, then the bottom of the gap is the key level to break at 130. Okay, and then that's a key level, and then EMA 8, and then up here is the top of the gap. Okay, CLNE, keep an eye on it. It's trying to heat up. It's down here trying to turn this middle Bollinger Band, that's the dotted purple line, into support. Notice that, you know, it dropped below back here on the 16th of January. Major downtrend. You know, the last couple weeks, it's been turning that level into support. If it can break out above high close resistance, then it could get moving. And so, yeah, basically, you want to break a couple of key closes here. So this close here on the 13th, and then a close here on the February high close on the 14th would signal that it wants to head higher. Basically above 152 would signal that it's ready to go, and then you'd be looking for a run up to the 50-day simple moving average at 163, 164. Now if it drops below 135, it will be a major red flag. It needs to hold the middle Bollinger Band at 143 to remain in play. You know, it won't be a good play if it drops below 143. So KODK had earnings after hours. It has a little pop. I think it was up like 6% after hours. It's above $5 right now, so keep an eye on it. Just like I showed you on the last charts, KODK dropped below the middle Bollinger Band on this candle here. It's been major resistance. If it can get back above 566, that'll be a signal that it's ready to head higher. As long as the middle Bollinger Band's resistance, it signals downside risk. It's trading below EMAs 4, 8, and 13 and the 100-day simple moving average at 536. A close above that 530 zone would be your big signal that it's heating up. So you want to see it break above that 536, 540 level and then close above that middle Bollinger Band at 566, and then it can get a new uptrend going. Look at the volume. It's just disappeared. So yeah, the bears have been winning. We'll see if it can get a reversal. Okay, check out for the last video or last stock in this video, PLX. Okay, so it's totally looks really nasty on the chart right here. It's on a 5-day pullback. Notice the big volume, and so it's got big volume down here. Keep an eye on it for a dead cat bounce. Today's candle did form below that lower Bollinger Band. The candles could work into the bands. So it's at 57 now. It could work up there to that EMA 4 at 60. It has to get above that level to get a reversal going. Okay, thank you very much for viewing this video. Come check out our chat. I'll post the link below the YouTube video. Thanks.